Welcome to the Community Hotline, for the community, by the community, presented by 88 Real Estate Media. I am your host, Mr. Bob Fang, and today we have Mr. Artistically Trey. Why don't you introduce yourself, good sir?
What's up, everybody? My name is Trey. A lot of people go. My name is Trayvon originally, but I like to be called Trey for short. Um, a lot of people gave me the nickname artistically Trey. Uh, Trey Mercy is kind of given to me throughout high school, throughout college. I live upstate New York, um, a small town, Ithaca. Not really much out here, but I mean, we have Ithaca Cornell. A lot of people have heard of it. It's an Ivy League school. So,
Okay, Cornell, got a lot of smart people going there. Got a lot of smart
oh
people.
yeah.
Okay, well then let's kind of jump into our first topic of the day, which is money. I think that seems to be a big topic on a lot of people's minds. What is money? Well, how would you describe money?
I feel like uh money is a material. Like I feel like it's necessary to have only when it's beneficial.
Okay,
A lot of people feel like they need money for happiness and things like that. I don't think so.
okay. Do you have an example about that?
My example with that is, grow throughout my like in high school, like a lot of my friends were like materialistic. They felt like, oh, you gotta have money to be flashy and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it really didn't matter. Once I actually got out of high school, I invested my money into like my art, like art supplies, getting a MacBook, iPad, things like that. And I actually found more happiness in investing in myself, things that I actually want and need for me than doing it for like the entertaining other people and trying to fit in and blend in and things like that.
Okay, I respect that. What would you say are like the two biggest changes you've had since high school with money?
My two biggest changes I've had, I've actually had a major change when it came to there's like a positive and a negative. I would
Okay.
always overspend on like the things that I know, like example, like if I have uh like a bunch of pencils and stuff like that, I'd be like, I'm gonna just go buy some more because I feel like these are getting dull or like nothing would be wrong with them, but I still would just go spend money on it for no reason.
Okay. Okay. And what was the other one?
The other one was I think the best thing that I've done with my money was I got an iPad and I paid it's only like $10 surprisingly, but I bought a software called Procreate.
Yeah.
And since then, I've been like self-teaching myself how to digitally draw and things like that. And it saved me a lot much more than actually going out and buying multiple materials and things like that when it's not even needed.
Right. All you need is an iPad and Procreate, and that's it.
Really, yeah.
Got it. Got it. Cool. All right. Well, I mean, I guess has your you got like a money tip for the kids on like life lessons, on how it's like kind of changed you to how old are you right now?
I'm 24 now.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I guess, what like you got like a money tip for high school kids, or if you went back in time, what would you tell young Trey about, money?
If I could go back in time and talk to myself, I would definitely say put your money aside for when you really know what you want to do with your future.
Mm,
I feel like when you know what you want to do and you're ready to make that step, that investment is needed.
okay.
Like nowadays, I feel like if you're not, I feel like you have to be like financially prepared for your future. You have to be mentally prepared, emotionally prepared, everything before you even take an unnecessary step or something you feel like if you're not 100% about it, don't do it.
Got it. How do you feel about what's like the current state with like the youth right now, 18, I guess 23, just a year younger than you, what is their mindset on money that you see with your friends and all that?
With everything that I see right now, I hate to see it, and I feel like it's just all about like the clout right now. Like I see people spending money on world expensive shoes, jewelry, and things like that just to just to blend in and fit in. It's not necessary. It's not needed. It like it's always good to stand out. Like you know you don't have to be the same as everybody else. You don't have to have the fancy car. Like people spending have no money saved and they'll spend their last dollar on a Mercedes Benz, then have no money to fix the Mercedes Benz and no gas to get back and forth.
I'll feel that. I feel that. I mean, is there anything we can like? You feel like is there anything you can do to get those people out of that mindset, or just like they gotta live their lives that way? There ain't nothing we can say to them.
I feel like a lot of the people around my age, if you have the chance to better your community and the people around you, do it.
Mm. Okay.
I feel like that's what matters more when they have like these people they look up to, the inspiration, the thing like that. And they look up to people that's like fairly like the same age or right around the same age. If you have a chance to, make things different and give them a different outlook, do it.
Okay. I respect that. Well, that kind of segues into our second topic, which is education. Tell us, who were you in high school?
High school, I was all around high school. I was cool with everyone in high school.
Okay.
Like I was friends with the most popular. I was friends with like the hunters. I was cool with like the jocks, the cheerleaders, like everything. I was all around friendly
Okay.
with everybody.
You went to high school in Ithaca?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain like your 4 years real quick? Just like a breakdown of what happened freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. And I mean, I
So
guess to give a picture on how, for the kids going into high school right now, how to navigate it a little bit.
so ninth grade year was definitely a tough. It was tough to get into high school. Being the freshman, being the little kids on campus at that point. It was like it was tough to find your crowd, like when you're in middle school, like you have like your selected friends that they may not come to high school with you. They may venture out, go to another school, you'll meet new people as you go. uh it's all about finding your crowd, find people that make you comfortable with who you are and what you're doing, and get to know everybody. Like I tried to stay friendly with everyone in high school. There's people that may try to bully you and things like that because you're smaller than them. Don't let the size bother you.
Okay. So that was freshman year, trying to find your crowd. What about sophomore?
Sophomore year, once I actually found like my crowd of friends and stuff. Sophomore year, I got into more like activities. So like I picked up more like art class. I picked up a tech class. Um, we had like a hardware class, things like that. So I just picked up a bunch of classes just to see where I would just fit in for myself, like extracurriculum classes, really.
Okay. Okay. And then junior and senior?
Junior year, for me personally, junior year was a little bit tough. I went through a tragedy. I went through a loss. I ended up
Oh,
losing my older brother and my little brother a couple months apart.
oh
So it
wow.
was kind of tough for me to manage for junior year. Junior year was just more of a, let's try to stay focused. Let's just graduate. Let's just get out of here, kind of thing.
Okay.
And then once I actually got into my senior year, that's when it was like, I got to get out of here. Like, I do have to graduate. I do have to get to college. I do have to make a future for myself. Like, it was that's where it kind of put me at. It kind of gave me like a different outlook.
Yeah.
Um, so instead of me being like at times, obviously throughout school, you skip classes, you'll miss out on things like that. You'll want to, always hang around your friends in the cafeteria and things like that. After that, it was like I can't continue this life anymore. I have to make something out of it.
Got it. I'm just understanding. So now you're an only child, or you still have siblings?
I still have siblings. I have older sisters, and I have one younger brother. He's currently in school in Queens right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
How would you, how did you get through that time? I'm sure, like, I know a lot of people, I talked to a lot of people, they've like lost parents during high school, they've lost family members, gone through a lot of loss. How would you, like, if someone's experiencing that, how would they get through that? Or how did you get through that?
I got through it. It I feel like when situations like that, there's always it can either make you or break you. It can break you down to the point where you want to give up because you don't know, like you're not, like you just feel like life is so short. Like, what do I do from here? How is it going to affect me? Do I even want to continue this? And how I looked at it was, I'm going to continue this because now I'm not, I was doing it for me, but now I have other people that I should be doing this for. I have other people that I want to live for.
Okay.
So I push myself every day to succeed. I push myself every day to be a successful person enough to uh, anybody that's going through tough times, give them a better outlook at when things get worse. There is a better way out. There is a possibility to get out of that. The pain doesn't last forever.
Love that. Love that. What would you say are some of the biggest challenges that kids in high school today face?
Today I feel like kids now, like in school, I feel like there was a bunch going on before, like the coronavirus. I feel like the coronavirus now just kind of made things a little worse. Not being able to physically be around like their friends, not physically being able to experience an actual in-class session. I feel like nowadays for kids, I still feel like it plays a part with them trying to fit in with trying to be someone they're not. And I've seen that in I stopped by my old high school here and there before, and it's kids that I've seen growing up that are now pretending to be someone they're not because they want to be with the cool kids. They want to be with that crowd. Like, you don't have to be with that crowd to be considered cool, Like, you can go hang out with another group of friends. As long as they think you're cool, I mean, why does it matter? If you feel like it's cool, why does it matter?
Maybe they're trying to get the hot girl.
Uh, it could, but for the hot girl also, you know, she plays a part with also trying to fit in by trying to be, she has the attention, she has the popularity,
Right.
but she'll push that to like the extent like I want more of it. You don't need more of it. Like, you don't need it. You want it.
I feel that. I feel that. Okay. Well, then how would you recommend, is that something you experienced in high school? Like trying to fit in
Yeah.
and pretend to be someone you weren't?
No, honest, I learned that the hard way at first. I at one point, yeah, like my freshman year, I definitely try to fit in with like the very super popular crowds and things like that. And the more like I started to hang around them, like I don't have like the materials you guys have. I don't have like the flashy stuff. Unfortunately, my family wasn't gifted with the financial support to get me all that stuff.
Right.
And then I kind of just like ventured out and was like, this isn't my group of friends. Because now I have to go above and beyond to fit in. I shouldn't have to.
Mm, I like that. I like that. Okay. What about I feel like what's your relationship like with your parents? I feel like a lot of kids they have troubles like communicating with their dad, with their mom, you know.
I actually agree with that. I actually had I don't really know my actual dad, my biological dad. I grew around my stepdad and my mom. I was, me being a guy, it was more easier to talk to my stepdad than it was to talk to my mom. Um, Only because like a young man growing up, he kind of understands like the mindset of of the changes that I was going through in my teenage years and things like that. Um, I feel like a dad parent is always good to talk to when it comes like the masculinity part of your teenage years, and having your mom around is more of like the emotional support. Like she'll help you grow to love, and then your dad will help you grow to be strong.
Do you have an example of that about how they did that for you?
So for my stepdad, actually, he got me a job when I was 15 doing construction with him. So kind of helped me, show kind of really helped me grow to like actually grow and be a man and actually learn how to take responsibility.
Mm.
So I give him nothing but respect for that. And then for my mom, at one point I was going through like a relationship thing. No, I was young, still like trying to find like the young love and things like that. But my mom definitely helped me out because her being a female, she knew what and like what a female would want.
Okay. All right. I think that's a perfect segue to our last topic, which is love. What is what's this young love? Let's talk a little bit more about this.
For young love is actually is interesting. Like it's a love, but it's not because it's like you've never like you're getting into your first relationship. You don't know, what you want out of somebody. You don't know what to give to somebody. So now you have to you grow with that person to a certain point, and then it's like, okay, this was only temporary because I'm, in high school. This may not be a forever thing, but you've taught me how to treat somebody. You've taught me how I want to be treated. So it's
Okay.
like you teach each other how to love.
Okay. Okay. What are two lessons you're well actually before let's back up a little bit. What is love?
That's actually a good question. Love is interesting. I don't even think there's a right or wrong answer for that because love is always just based off of. I I feel like love is based off of how you feel for someone. If you feel like this person can be if I'm putting this person first before myself, I'm over caring about this person. I want nothing but the best. I support this person. That is love. Like if you can give your all to one person, you wake up, that's all you think about, that you go through the entire day. I feel like that's what love is.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was a it was a saying. What was it? I saw like a what was it? It was like a meme kind of, but it was like it's not about who you miss at 3 in the morning. It's who you think about at 2 p.m. at your busiest moment.
Mm, that's deep. I
So
feel like
that
you're a deep person. I get it. Okay. What who was your first love? Was it the girl in high school or
my first love actually was a girl in high school. It was so I wasn't always the most romantic person in in middle school, high school. I was shy. I didn't know how to conversate really. Um, Back when I was growing up, it was like AOL messaging, like MySpace.
yeah.
So, my first girlfriend was actually 4 years older than me.
On MySpace? It was online dating?
No, we went to high school together, but I couldn't talk to her in person. I didn't have like the guts to do it.
Okay, explain the story.
No, I didn't have the guts to talk to her in person, so I just hit her up online. Um, I was more comfortable talking online than it was in person. I wouldn't fumble over my words or anything like that. So she was actually 4 years older than me. It's weird. I had a thing for older women. I didn't. I don't know. I feel like I found them more mature than the girls that are around my age.
Yeah.
Um,
What were you, like 13 going after an 18-year-old?
I was actually 15.
You're just going into high school. Okay.
Yeah. She we've dated till I got out of high school.
Oh,
Um,
throughout all of your high school, you were dating this girl. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
from my years, but it was more of a uh, it helped me grow as a person also because she was older than me. So her expectations and what she wanted out of life was different from mine. Like she already knew what she wanted to be in her future, wish what she wanted. I just
Mm,
getting out of high school, I didn't know, I wasn't sure where I wanted to be just yet. And I was
okay.
thinking about going to school for business, and you know, the whole time I'm an artist and I should have been pursuing my art career. So it's like, you know, at that point it was we had to go our separate ways. But I learned a lot from her. So
Okay. And I guess what did your mom teach you about that when you asked your mom about the love?
when I went to my mom about it, my mom was like, she wasn't, I felt she was more happy that I was able to experience what it's like to actually love someone,
Yeah.
um, and learn how to actually care. But I, she was more happy about the responsibility part that it taught me. Because when you're in a relationship, it's no longer about you. You know, now you're caring for somebody else. You have to provide for you and that person. So you
Mm.
have to take that next step. So it was interesting for me. I definitely I won't regret it.
I feel that. I feel that. You got any what about the kids, who are looking for love in high school? What advice you got for them?
For the kids that's in high school right now, if you're looking for love, at this point, I would put that on hold just until you actually you know what you want out of your life. Once you're happy with yourself, you're happy with where you're going in your future, then I say it's caring for somebody, bringing somebody into your plans and walking that path with you. Then it becomes a lot much more easier because you have that support.
That sounds like a real high level of thinking because I feel like when I was in high school, I just wanted to smash. I wasn't.
I had I
So
had
I don't
my
know
moments there.
what.
I had my moments there when I got to college. Like when I got to college, it was like I'm not ready to settle down just yet. Like I want to have some type of fun.
All right,
But once you have fun, it's like nah, it's not for me.
that's not for you. You got any experiences in college that you want to share with the kids that might be trying to go down that path? What for someone who's gone down it? What would you say?
For the kids that's going down that path, definitely wrap it up. That's the first one. Definitely wrap it up. Definitely know who you're getting involved with, and don't rush anything.
What do you mean by
Don't
that?
rush it. I
Did you?
don't rush. Like just be patient. Whatever is meant for you will come.
Okay, all right. So I guess so you're passionate about art, right? Like
Yeah.
drawing and all that.
Yeah.
What what got you into it, and how far do you want to take it?
You know, drawing actually takes me back for years. So growing up, I was always around my older cousin and older brother. And we would always watch like Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, Pokemon. Like I grew up around that. And they were always artistic. Like they always draw and things like that. And I kind of picked up the habit because I would like always try to draw something better than them. It was like, oh, I'm better than you than this, and there's like a competition. Um, After that, I didn't. Growing up, my mom didn't have enough money to like really buy me the toys that I needed. So I would use my creativity. So I would go draw out like a character that I wanted, and I would cut it out. That would be kind of like my little paper toy.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Did you color stuff too?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
This started like way back when then.
yeah, I didn't really think much of it because I would always like just draw on the side. Like I would get bored and I would draw. Um, I would get tired. I would pick up a pencil or a pen and start drawing. So it just kind of like I didn't really think nothing of it until like I actually got to high school. Then I was like, I actually have a passion for this. Like I got into I think once I got into like middle school, like end of middle school, beginning of high school, I got into a show called Naruto. Reading and watching it, it kind of was like damn, I want to make a story like this. I want to make a comic book. So I kind of got into that, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, you know. And after that, everything else kind of like fell into play. Like I didn't force anything on myself or nothing like that. Everything just fell into play. Like I got more connects with my digital art. I got involved in multiple art showcasing. So I feel like it just naturally been there, and I just wasn't paying attention to it. So when it finally hit me, it was like, this is it.
I feel it. I feel it. Have you made your a manga piece yet?
I'm actually working on it right now. You know, at first when I started, it was a little tough because I didn't know how to really make it. So I'm kind of like self-taught on everything. So when I
Mm,
actually figured out how to really make a comic book,
yeah.
um, I had to redo everything I did. So I had to start fresh. So I had to get into more details. I actually had to have a full story written from start to finish. Each character I had to sit down and write down how I want their role to play in this, how I want them to expand and things like that. So
Well,
I'm working on that right now. I would say I have about like 30 more pages. I'm trying to like a 300-page book. That way it gives me time to do the next the next book. So I have like 30 to 40 pages left. So
dang. Out of 300?
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Did
Yeah,
you? What
it's
did
been
you?
a long year.
Did you go to college?
I did. So I actually went to school for another thing I could say for school. I can agree that college isn't really meant for everybody. I went only because my aunt ended up going, and she kind of like was like, "Hey, you should try it out, give it a shot. You may like it." Um, I kind of feel like it was a waste for me. Like I felt like because you know they didn't have my major for digital art or anything like that. Yeah, I had to do like basic general studies.
Yeah.
But because I already knew what I wanted out of like where I wanted my future to go, I felt like there was no point for me to go. I knew I wanted to be a comic artist. I knew I wanted to be a self-made artist. I feel like just going was just like an experience, really.
Yeah. No, I respect that. I live in LA, and when I moved out here, I met a few comic book artists at Comic Con, and
Nice.
one of the guys I met, his name's Bernard Chang. I don't know if you know him, but he does like DC comics. He draws Batman, um,
Okay.
and so basically he laid it out where like I think a majority of comic book artists are like architectures, like they go to
Really?
architecture school. Yeah, they go to like architecture school and they'll come out and they'll be like on board, making buildings and doing architecture shit. I'm gonna go draw comics now.
I did not even know that. I thought they were just like naturally born into it, really.
Yeah, no. So I guess the plug for those who don't know, I guess the more educational way to get there is go to architecture school and become an architect, and then that way you'll build all those foundations. I don't know, just sharing some tips because you were mentioning this.
I wish I knew that, but now that I know, I might look into architecture.
Yeah, you'd be able to make houses and stuff in the future.
Right.
Whatever you envision, you'd be able to make it. Crazy. Um, all right, man. Well, hey, cool. Thank you for joining us today. I mean, to wrap it up, I guess, what are three pieces of life advice you have for the youth that are listening right now?
Life, three things I could say for the people that are listening right now. The first one would definitely be don't force yourself to fit in. Always stand out, be different. If you want to be noticed, it's always best to be different. Second advice is to invest into yourself before investing into someone else.
Hmm.
And that goes emotionally and financially. And the
Okay.
third thing I can say is honestly, just make yourself happy. Just be happy. Yeah. Nowadays nobody's really happy. Everybody's just doing things to do things. No, be happy. Whatever it is that makes you happy, don't let anyone's judgment bother you. Whatever anyone has to say that's negative, there's always going to be where there's one negative, there's two positives.
I love that. I love that. Okay. Well, before I forget, 88 Real Estate Media is looking for members to join the oversight committee to build the best Kung Fu school in Southern California. If you're interested in joining, please do reach out to us. Other than that, Trey, do you have any last words? Where can people find you? You know?
Honestly, you can find me on, the only thing I have right now is Instagram. Instagram, my art name is artistically_Trey. You definitely find me there. I'm always down to talk to people, go over art. Any way I can help out those that want to learn how to draw. I'm always giving tips about the best way, um, finding your style of art, anything like that. Advice in general, definitely down to help out.
Got it. Got it. I love that. Okay, guys. Well, hit him up when he comes out with his comic book. Make sure you buy it. Uh, everywhere. All right, then. Thank you. Have a great day, and catch you guys next time.